name's David Morris. I'm the new fashion lecturer on the BA Honours Fashion Design course here. I've been here 2 months, exactly.
What made you want to come here to teach fashion design?
Really, because it's a new course. I was fascinated by, you don't see this opportunity very often, a brand new fashion course being built for the 21st century, and I just wanted to be part of that, and it was an opportunity that came up and I just took it.
What did you do before coming here?
I was teaching at Lincoln for a bit on their BA Honours fashion course, and before that I was a consultant, so did a lot of freelance work for various designers around the country, and I worked in Latvia for a while doing work there as well.
What designers did you work for?
I've worked on various things. I've done a lot of freelance stuff in terms of wedding dresses, I've done a lot of sportswear things, I've worked for couturiers in London, so I worked with Bruce Oldfield. Did a bit of work at Ghost, and did a lot of tattoos and graphics and sportswear stuff.
Yeah.
And then this year I actually ended up, I won the public vote for Hat Design of the Year 2010 in Paris.
Yeah.
So I won that and then came here for the interview the next day, so it was that tight. And I'm now, next year I'm actually doing the hat project with the second years, so it'll be quite interesting to see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't think they know that yet, so it's kind of... So.
How did you get into fashion in the first place?
Well, it went back to secondary school. I loved art and design, and everything I did tended to be clothing. Yeah. But I left and ended up going to art college and did a general art course on A-levels, and during then I decided I wanted to change to a fashion course to specialise. And I left there and went to Derby for 4 years, and that's where it kind of took off really. You could have done anything at Derby. You could have done magazines, journalism, interior design, because it was a general fashion course.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I decided, it was with business management, so I left and became a hotel manager while doing freelance work.
Oh, right.
So I've had mainstream employment and freelance employment as well.
What interests you about fashion design?
I think it's just interpreting something, looking at something and seeing how it can be used in a different context. Yeah. So I'm able to look at any object and translate it into clothing or design, and it's just fascinating to see the variety that can actually, generate. And I think that's why I like working with these students, because I look at something, they look at something, and we get totally different ideas. And it's not about me putting my ideas onto them, it's about making them understand what's good about a design. Yeah. So it's a challenge, a really big challenge.
And what do you think makes a successful fashion designer?
A successful one?
Yeah.
They need to be confident in their ideas and their beliefs, and they need to be slightly arrogant, but be willing to take criticism and adapt, and they need to be very flexible and determined. I think if you crumble and if you've got no motivation, no time management skills, you just won't do it. You've got to keep going when everyone just keeps knocking you down.
And who were your fashion inspirations?
My biggest one's a designer called Charles Worth, which a lot of people don't know about, but he was 19th century designer from Lincoln, which is where I'm from. He's from a small town in Lincoln, again, like I'm from, and he decided to go to Paris, become a designer, and he ended up designing for all the big imperial courts, and he became the father of couture. He invented couture. He became the biggest designer of all time, and he designed everything. And he invented catwalks, invented models, the whole lot. And a lot of people didn't realise that. And I think because he's from Lincoln as well, from near where I am, it's kind of a bit inspirational. And Antonio Berardi as well, he's from the same college I'm from, and he was a big inspiration. The same tutors taught him, and they kept referring to him, so all the time he kind of, you could see it in a big context. So, some big names.
And what do you have high hopes for the students on this course?
I've got higher hopes than they have, I want them to do really well. I want them to get a job at the end of it in something they want to do. That's my aim.
Yeah.
and I've got to teach them all the skills that will help them based on my experience.
Yeah.
So it's everything from how they manage their time, to how they present their work, to their whole attitude really. So
Yeah.
it's not just teaching them how to design, it's teaching them the basic skills.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that at the moment. They just
No.
think I tell them off when they turn up late. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like, no, I'm doing it for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
I think everything I do with them is for a reason, and it's to help them. But they can't see it at the moment. But hopefully when they get out there and they get a job, they'll kind of realise then that it was all for
Yeah.
reasons. But no, I want them to get a job and what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's why they're here. So.
Yeah.